All right, folks, how you doing? Russell True Results 303.com. Check out the website. Subscribe to the channel. Share and like the videos. Subscribe to the newsletter. Get instant updates to your email when new information comes out. Coming at you today with another video on Catholicism. As you can see, it's Ash Wednesday. I'm making this video after church today. And what I'm going to come at you today with is the Catholic Church and tradition. A lot of people don't understand why tradition is so valuable in the Catholic faith. So I'm just going to kind of break it down, give some examples of tradition in other areas of life, and then kind of relate it to the Catholic faith. So why is tradition so valuable? Right now, we can already see, unfortunately, that the youth are kind of misguided in life. Right? A lot of people are falling victim to drug addiction, alcohol addictions, and things like that a lot earlier in life. And I think it's really, the real big problem when it comes to that is probably just because there's a lot more broken homes nowadays than there was back then. So we're losing a lot of family tradition, right? So now we've got single family homes, single mother homes, things like that, single parent homes, and it's harder for one parent to be able to be there to create that tradition, whether it be a family dinner every night, sitting around the table, talking with each other, having conversations, seeing what's going on in each other's lives, what problems we are having, and getting that communication. And then, of course, just with the family being so spread apart nowadays, it's that tradition of just a Thanksgiving dinner, a Christmas dinner, a birthday party. We're starting to lose those types of traditions where the families aren't even coming together. A Sunday brunch after church, a Sunday lunch after church. We are losing that tradition, right? So those are just family traditions that we are losing. And as you can tell, once we start to lose just these family traditions and family as a whole in general, the rest of society, in my opinion, is kind of falling with the family. So they break the families apart, the families become broken apart, and unfortunately, the youth start to break apart and crumble as well because they don't have that sanctuary of a safe environment and a place where they can go and express themselves. Next, example I'm gonna use is, if you've ever heard that example of if you have 100 people, you tell one person a story, and then if you were just to go to the end of that line and be person number 101 and waited for that story to get to you, once it gets to you, person number 101, they normally say that the story will be completely different than the original story that you told. So it's going to lose its value or the true meaning of it once it goes through all those different people and it goes through all those different hands. And that's why the Catholic Church holds tradition so valuable. Because unfortunately, as time passes on, we tend to lose the meaning, or we lose the structure of what the religion, what the faith, what Jesus truly taught. Because a lot of these traditions that the church holds, same with Ash Wednesday, this goes back hundreds, if not thousands of years to a point closer to Jesus. And that's why we hold those traditions so valuable, because those traditions, the further we go back in the timeline of tradition, the closer we get to the true teachings of the early priests, the apostles, and the closer we get to Jesus. And then we've also created some of these traditions a little bit later on, but the Catholic Church believes that God and Jesus gave the priests, the apostles, the right to teach things and to implement new strategies, whether they be of prayer, meditations, teachings, as long as it doesn't contradict the Bible. If it does not contradict the Bible, then the church, if they gather as a group and they believe that it's for the greater good of the Christian faith, of the Catholic community, of our religion, they can teach it as long as it does not contradict the Bible. So there are some traditions that aren't that close to Jesus at 70 AD, 100 AD, but maybe 200, 300, 400 AD, these traditions have been created. But that's because the church believes that when Jesus gave the kingdom to Peter, he gave him the power to as well to implement what he thinks is best for the church, to do what he thinks is best for the church here on earth, best for the faith, best for the followers of Jesus. All right, so that's why we think tradition is very valuable. We hold tradition highly because it is very important. And I think just off of the examples of families somewhat losing those traditions, kind of that example of the storytelling once we get to the end, I think those are good examples, and that should be able to kind of steer you in the right direction and get an understanding of it. And hopefully that gives you the motivation to kind of look into some of these traditions, see where they're coming from, why the church has these, and then make some decisions based on your own findings and your own research. So once again, thank you for watching. Share these videos with people that have questions on Catholicism, and let them be a judge for themselves. Let's not make the decision for others. Let's let them get the information, make that decision themselves. That's what it's all about. So once again, share the videos, like the videos. A lot of people have questions to these things, and I'm supplying answers for you. So spread the love, let people know this channel's out there, and stay tuned for some more videos on Catholicism and, of course, fitness. So thank you. Stay tuned for another video.